Your life experience, good or bad, is a gift when you share it with others. At Taxi Chronicles, we allow real riders with real stories to share their gift. So hopefully this episode will intrigue, enhance or inspire you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Morning. Yes, we're back with another rider, another episode. Today we're honoured to have an ex-semi-professional football player. Used to play for QPR and Brent and various other teams. And he's going to talk about his experience playing football semi-professional as an Asian guy. So nice to have you here today, Bob.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
So you're saying, just to recap, I said that there's not many Asian, I've never seen an Asian football player.
Yeah. It's a rarity.
Yeah. And you were telling me the reasons why.
I believe, it's a difficult one. I think there is a bit of prejudice in the football academy system. The reason being is I believe that the coaches, they almost follow a bit of a stereotype, and they don't have the faith and belief in an Asian player that they would have in the same quality of player who comes from a white or black background. The reason for that is I've been in academies myself. I've been in playing semi-professionally for 4 or 5 years. Obviously didn't make it, otherwise you'd see me on TV. But the reason I think there is a bit of prejudice is they don't have that belief because they see the lifestyle that we have in terms of the background we come from, where our parents, football's not the number one focus. The focus, yeah, exactly. So, for example, I had one of my coaches when I was younger, and he was like, "Oh, so how do you prep for a game and stuff?" It was like, and he made a comment. He was like, "Oh, but do you lay off the curry and stuff?" And in my head, I was thinking, he's not taking me seriously here. And it's just it did leave.
But is that curry being dead to an advocate? What he's supposed, another way he's saying is, are you eating healthy?
Yeah, but this wasn't just one coach. It happened all across the board, and I feel like that's why I'm a very fair guy. So if I had the support, I'd say I had the support, and I did. I had very, very good coaches who supported me, who obviously tried as much as they can. Did your fathers come to the games? That's the thing. My mum and dad, they've never seen me play. They've only seen me play twice.
Okay. So
and that's exactly.
I would argue that is a real issue.
Yeah, of course.
It's not the coach.
No.
It's your parents. And your parents have got the mindset that banking or accountancy or whatever, computers is the main priority.
Yeah.
Or doctors.
Yeah. But do you know what? I don't want to badmouth my mum and dad because they support me so much.
They do what they know.
They tried absolutely everything in terms of being there for me, letting me go out to play football at night. Do you know what I mean? So they were great. But I did see that. I just feel like they don't have the belief that we can actually make it, and that's the main problem as well, because there's loads of Asian players, not even myself. There's loads of Asian players that are really, really good, technically on the ball, very good players. But I just don't think they get the opportunity. Their coaches would rather go for a white or black player, and that's not being any racism, nothing. I love football. Do you know what I mean? I love playing. I've played with white players, black players, but there's a major lack of opportunity for an Asian player to go through the academy system. The way I got scouted was just because I was really, really consistent, and I happened to score a free kick against Chelsea when I was playing for Brentford. That's when I got picked up by QPR. So it was just luck. Otherwise, yeah. So that's my opinion on it, to be honest.
It's interesting because I've never really considered this. I have looked at Asian people and thought they're not
cut out.
Not even they're not cut out. They're not the physical kind.
Yeah.
Because you're not in box, apart from that little prince.
Yeah.
Who once he got punched in the face, he stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not a physical people in the sense of, in comparison to the other races.
It's true, and that's absolutely true. Yeah.
It's like I've never seen a Chinese. Have I seen a Chinese? Well, I don't follow football, but I can't think of any Chinese football player.
There is some. Yeah, South Korean, Japanese.
Okay, I'm not disputing there isn't. But what I'm saying, I've never, I think of Beckham, Ian Wright. There's the Portuguese, the mixed people. But then I think of and I'm not a follower, but you would pick up the main stars. So if obviously it's a big money business.
Yeah.
So you want to make it. You want to bet on a horse that you think is going to come in.
Exactly.
Not one that's going to think. So I would argue that it's for your community to change it.
Yeah, of course. And do you know what?
See what I mean?
One thing I said to my mum and dad, I was like, if you got me into football just 4 or 5 years earlier, and you pushed me through a younger age, I would have made it. And I started football quite late. I started when I was about 8, 9. Mm-hmm. But to be honest, if you want to be a success in the UK playing football, you need to be playing from at least 4 or 5. So by 7, you need to be at a proper team. Otherwise, I'm sorry, you're not going to make it, or it'll be very, very difficult. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's a competitive market, isn't it?
Very, very competitive.
Because a lot of people from around the world want to come and play for one of the major teams.
Exactly.
So yeah, I can see that. Would you put your kids in football?
100%. I've already had a talk with my partner, and I said, listen, I was talented, and I got there through hard work, and I'm gonna put a lot of time and dedication for the first 7 years of my child's life, future child's life, to make sure that they're in the system. Whether it be a boy or a girl, women's football is rising so much now. Mm-hmm. I'll be comfortable, even if I have a girl, I'll be comfortable to make them into a footballer. Do you know what I mean? So I'll always be there. I'm going to dedicate my life actually for the first 7 years to really, really try. And that's my personal goal. So hopefully 20, 30 years, we'll look back at this podcast and maybe I'll have a son or a daughter that's playing football.
Okay, that's good.
Professionally, yeah.
Now, my only fear for that or concern is that it's like when parents didn't make something and they push their child to fulfill their own personal dreams.
I get what you're saying.
That would be the only danger there, but it'll be good. Have you spoken to your parents about your feelings on the whole football thing for yourself?
I've got nothing but good memories, if I'm honest with you. Okay. I'm not even sour that I didn't make it. I'll hands up and I'll tell you, there was better players than me, but there was also occasions where I felt really hard done by because my attitude was great, my quality and my form was better than other players at the time, but I think me coming from an Asian background, it hindered me a little because I feel like coaches didn't have that belief, that raw belief. For example, if you see Raheem Sterling, his coaches must have had that raw belief he's gonna be a star, but I just didn't ever feel that sort of belief. It was like I can't. It's a very hard way to express it.
I see what you're saying. You're young, and what your father would have been nice to say, son, if you want to get it, you've got to prove to people that you're worth going for.
Yeah.
In that respect, but then I would say this: the same way we're known for sports. If you look at in politics now, we've got an Asian chancellor. There you've got the Priti Patel woman. Yeah. You've got the mayor.
Oh, she's a clown, but
you've got the mayor, and you've got there's a new guy in it.
The Home Secretary.
Hancock thing.
Yeah.
So you are dominating in that.
Do you know what?
In that,
you're right.
So
you're right.
You may have not worried about fighting or the sports, but you've kept your head down.
For me, I was born here, born and raised in England, and for me, football's been. I love football. I love football so much. Even cricket, I've never really got into cricket. Asians are big in cricket, but me, it's all about football really. So it's that raw passion, and I think that raw passion is what made me train every day, play every day. Any opportunity I'd get, I'd be out playing football with my friends. And obviously that's when I got into a team, got scouted, didn't make it, but you know what? It's a good learning curve, and I don't have any regrets. It was a great experience, and I'll do it all over again, to be honest with you.
Thanks a lot for that.
No worries.
And we wish you well.
Cheers. Thank you.
We hope you liked that Taxi Chronicles interview. Don't forget to share and subscribe to get the latest episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economies and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources. Listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m. British Standard Time.